How I buy my PBNs 75 to 100% off. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the software that I'm currently using to buy my PBN domains. I'm not going to really take you through all the details and show you step by step how I do everything, but I'll give you a rough rundown of what it's capable of, how it works, so at least you'll be informed of the software and if it's something that you think would be a good fit for you and your company. Now, aside from just reviewing a software, I am going to be going over some secret techniques that I use in my SEO. And more specifically, these techniques that I use, I can use because I'm utilizing this software. And it's very important to understand that back when I was buying domains for auction or spending $50 or $100 on a domain, it's very limiting because it becomes very costly to build a large PBN. So there are some tricks and hacks that I use with this software. Of course, not only does the software allow me to lower my cost, but there's some additional things that are really awesome that I'm now capable of doing. The last thing I'm going to tell you is essentially how I've been building my network for 100% free. What I'm talking about is literally covering 100% of your cost for the software, for purchasing the domains, for everything, and you don't have to go out there and start a whole new business model. You don't have to become a domain vendor and get a big audience and start a whole separate company just to cover your cost. This is something I've been doing for a long time now, and it's very, very simple, and it allows me to build my network essentially for free every single month and cover all my cost. Now, the last thing, quick disclaimer, the link below the video is an affiliate link. If you have a problem with that sort of thing, you can go ahead to the top of your browser, just type in the URL and go directly to the site, and you can even hold up your middle finger to the screen while you're making your purchase. Honestly, you should watch this video to the very end, because once I get through the software, I am going to be talking about these different techniques and even the ability to build your network for free. You can utilize this whether you're using the software or not. It doesn't matter. So like I said, even though I'm going to be doing a review here and there is an affiliate link, whether you already own the software, you're going to purchase it, you use my link, you don't, I still suggest you watch this video because I really want this video to provide value for you, and I'm not trying to just sell you on this product. So I'll go through this review very quickly, and then we'll start getting into the really good stuff about these techniques and how I build my network for free. So now some of you are probably familiar with this. You've probably seen this going around. A lot of people are using it. It's becoming very popular. Domain Reanimator. This is essentially a scraping software that allows you to crawl the internet and find domain names that were previously registered that have backlinks, have power to them, but were some reason dropped. Either the person didn't use the site anymore, company went out of business. There's many, many reasons that domains end up going away, and they're just sitting out there waiting for someone to just go over to GoDaddy or Namecheap or wherever and just register them for the registration cost. And it's a very simple method to obtain high quality domains for your PBN without having to get caught up in auctions and high prices and domain vendors. By utilizing a private scraper like this, it really gives you a lot of versatility. Now, unlike other scrapers on the market, the reason why Domain Reanimator is so unique is not only because it has tons and tons of features, but also just considering the scraping ability for this software. So if you go to create a project, this is where you can start a new scraping project. The best thing about Domain Reanimator is the versatility with the scraper. At least as far as the scraper is concerned, the best thing about the scraper itself is because you don't just have one option to scrape. You can do a keyword crawl, which means you can actually search. You just put up to 5 keywords, and this will go out there and find relevant domains to those keywords and start crawling the web from those locations to search for your domains. It also has a seed list crawl. This is personally my favorite because this allows me to strategically tell my crawler where to start crawling to find the domains that I'm looking to get. Because if you think about it, instead of looking at a domain and then looking at its backlinks to determine how good it is, what I'm doing here is I'm placing 500 URLs that are high quality pages that I would like backlinks from, or I would like backlinks in that area, and that's what that crawler is going to do. It's going to go out there and it's going to find the domains based on the backlinks. The third option that they have is Geo Targeted Crawl. This is a very unique crawl method. This allows you to actually crawl local areas for local relevant sites. This is really, really powerful when it comes to ranking local clients or any type of local search. If you're trying to rank in a small town, local town, you can come in here and you just select your area and the location, and it'll start crawling directories in various places that will find relevant domains to that actual region. So what this does is it allows you to actually find websites that were geographically placed where you're trying to rank. It provides a huge relevance boost for your local area that you're trying to rank in. And in all honesty, with these types of expired domains, when you have these geo-targeted domains, a lot of the time you don't even need a lot of power. You can buy 5 or 10 lower quality domains and you can rank locally all day long. It's really that simple when you have geo-targeted domains like this, which is why I love having this crawl method available. And then the last crawl, which is the reverse crawl, it's another one that I like a lot because it's very similar to the seed list crawl. And what this allows you to do is just put a domain or a URL into the project, and this will just crawl that entire website. So if I wanted, say, URLs with backlinks from Wikipedia, you pop it in here, you click start crawl, and it'll start crawling just that domain, and you will receive a list of essentially all the expired domains that have backlinks from that website. Not just that page, that URL that you put in here, but the entire website. So every single page, it'll just start crawling, say, Wikipedia through all the internal pages and check the outbound links for expired domains. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the Domain Reanimator crawl methods, and it's really what makes their crawler very unique because it gives you such versatility and so many different ways to crawl the internet. And because you have keyword, seed list, geo-target, and reverse crawl all available, it allows you to really explore various SEO strategies between local searches or more authoritative type searches, or if you're looking for more niche relevant type searches, this allows you to find the exact domains that you need in your PBN to rank. So with that said, I'm going to take you over to the expired domain area where you can actually filter and search through the domains that you've scraped. So you can see right here, I got 5,742 domains. I'm hiding spam. I got some filters set here. So I'll go through the filters first of all. You can check any project that you're interested in looking at. So every single project that you set up is listed here, and you can select that individual project to just see the domains that that project is scraped. This is definitely important when you're searching for geo-targeted domains and geo-targeted crawls, because this allows you to just look at that geo-targeted location. You can also go right next to that and search for a specific search term in the URLs. So if you were looking for domains with the word money in them, you can simply click money and it'll bring up mymoneypiggy.com, all the domains, forexmoney123.com, all the different domains that have money in the URL. We also have a simple checkbox here that allows you to remove any of the country-specific domains. This just gives you the common.com, .net, .org, so it allows you to filter out the .uk's and .ins, all the .jp's, all the different types that you really wouldn't use in your SEO. Another nice feature is they have this great spam checker. It doesn't catch all the spam, but one thing I have noticed is that if it says that this is spammed, yes, 100% for sure, 99% of the time you're dealing with a spam domain. So you can go ahead and just hide all those right off the bat. So right now we're looking at a list of over 40,000 expired domains to choose from, all common domain names, hiding the basic spam that were caught by the spam checker. Now we have additional metrics we could filter by, whether it's PA, DA, TF, CF, the number of backlinks, or the number of referring domains. You also have the option to split those metrics between the www version of the site and the non-www version of the site. So I'm just going to set a few metrics here just to give you a quick understanding of kind of the filtering of these sites. So you see I want 46 plus referring domains for the non-WW version, and I want 11 plus for TrustFlow for the non-WW version. So you can see right here all the non-WW versions for the TrustFlow, they're 11 or above. And then here on this side is the www metrics for that site. You can also sort these metrics by just clicking on them, and you can see it sorts them from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. One of the things that I do often with this is I'll set this to a very high domain, so over 100 referring domains, and then I will sort it from the least backlinks to the most backlinks. And then right there you can see pretty much your most backlink to referring domain ratios. You get the best ratios, and then you can kind of just run down here and find those really good trust flow and citation flow matches and jump right in here. So now I'm going to show you a little bit more about actually analyzing these domains. Once you find one that looks like a good domain and you're searching through like I just did, I got 16 trust flow, 16 citation flow, 220 backlinks from 134 referring domains. Those metrics look good. Now this snapshot right here will pretty much give you everything you need to determine in 30 seconds if this is a spam domain or not. Not only do you get to see all the metrics right here again, the Moz rank, Moz equity, links, page rank, all that stuff, you also get to see the backlink discovery for over the lifespan of the website. So you can see if there's a large spike in backlinks, that's usually a sign of spam. This one here, we have 50 backlinks discovered in one day. That's not too unheard of actually. So we see some little spikes here. Looks pretty consistent, kind of tapers off towards the end here. I'm guessing the site was kind of dying down here. Looks very legit, to be honest with you. They have the Get Anchor Text button here. You can click that real quick and immediately see what the anchor text to this one is. So we got Packet Video Network Solutions. That is most likely the brand, PV Network Solutions. And then you can see we have some branding, URL. This looks like a very well branded, healthy anchor text for a domain. So right there, we know the anchor text is good. Underneath that, we have the archive.org snapshots. So you can see the first snapshot, the middle snapshot, and the very last snapshot. And all you have to do is click on these, and you can jump right over and take a look at the site. And you'll see the site loads here. We can see what the site used to look like, what it used to be used for, software solution, press room, all the content here. And the main thing you're checking for is that this looks like a legitimate site. This wasn't used previously for a private blog network. It wasn't used maliciously. It wasn't spammed in 301 or Chinese spam or anything like that. And like I said, within a matter of 30 seconds, this right here, I could already see this is a pretty good looking domain. If I wanted to jump in just a little bit further, I could even click on Majestic, open that up real quick, and just jump right over to the backlinks, remove the deleted backlinks, and start analyzing the individual backlinks right here. And you can see these ones right here, we even got a Wikipedia link, it looks like, and some other high quality trust flow links. So this domain looks very, very well and healthy. So you can see right there how easy it is with Domain Reanimator to set up a crawl campaign for a keyword or a reverse crawl. It literally just runs all day long scraping these domains, returning these huge lists. It takes seconds to sort the domains and analyze them with the software, and all the metrics are included in here. So you don't need a Majestic API and a Moz API and all these different things. Not only that, they have this one-click who is check right here. So you can see if the domain is available or if it's registered or if it has, mostly what you're looking for here is if there's any drops along the way, see any changes, anything that looks like it was bouncing around multiple times throughout the year. And then you could also click right here and just jump right over to Namecheap and register the domain right here. It's that easy to start the crawl, find the domain, jump over, and register it. Now, I have not even gotten to the best part of Domain Reanimator, and it's really in the name, reanimation. You can reanimate these archive.org websites onto the domain. That's how powerful this is. You find the reanimation snapshot. Okay, so you can see December 5th, 2006. You can come over here and you just select the snapshot date, and you click Reanimate Snapshot, and it downloads all the content, all the HTML files from all these pages in the archive.org, and it sends you the HTML, and all you have to do is throw these files through FTP on your server, and bam, the website's done, it's set up, you have all the content on here, you're essentially got the website just sitting there waiting to be indexed, waiting to put your links on it. Now, not only do they give you the option to reanimate the domain itself, but what's even better is once you purchase this domain, you can go over to the Wayback Snapshot, and this will allow you to reanimate any domain name that you wish. But with this option, you can put in the URL and the snapshot date, and they have an FTP option, which allows you to actually put in your FTP information and rebuild the website directly from Domain Reanimator straight to the FTP. So, just to be perfectly clear, so you understand everything that I just reviewed with this software, you can easily create a project with 4 different scrape methods: reverse crawl, keyword, seed list, or the geo targeted list. Once this software has started crawling, you're going to start getting thousands of expired domains. You can easily filter them with the metrics up here, and it takes seconds to find a domain that you're looking for that looks like a quality domain just from the basic metrics. Once you find that domain, it takes less than a minute with this dashboard to analyze if the domain is high quality or if it's garbage. Literally at a glance, you can see almost everything right here. Now, once you know that your domain is good, you can check the who is information in one click, and you can even register the domain in one click. On top of that, once the domain is registered, using the Wayback Snapshot Restore, you can directly upload the old FTP, the old HTML website through FTP for the domain. Essentially, this whole process will take you less than 10 minutes altogether to have a fully set up private blog network domain. And the best part is all it costs you is the registration. That's pretty much it. So now I want to get into the good stuff, because yes, this software is powerful. It will change your ability to build your PBN efficiently and cheap. But more importantly, I want to get into some of this nitty-gritty stuff that I can do with my SEO now that I have this type of resource available. So the first thing, right here, you can see my expired domain list. There's a lot of domains here. A lot of domains here. Over 100,000 domains that I've scraped. Normally I have this thing running all the time. I have 2 crawlers running. They have a 1 crawler plan, 2 crawler plan, 4 crawler plan. In all honesty, the 1 crawler plan, unless you're like really doing a lot of SEO, getting new clients every month, you really only need 1 crawler. I would recommend 2 or 4, like I said, if you have a standing business, if you're consistently growing your company, growing your network. I would recommend consistently growing your network even with the 1 crawler plan, because you should use this software every month. You can add 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 new domains every single month to your PBN for absolutely nothing, which I'll get to at the very end. But like I was saying, with the 1 crawler, you are going to scrape a ton of domains, and it's the perfect place to get started to build your blog network extremely cheap and even for free, which I'll get into. But the one thing I wanted to mention is I have all these domains available. Every single one of these domains has backlinks, tons and tons of backlinks, some of them not so many, some of them more. I've used these domains for so many different things besides building a private blog network. One example I can tell you is I almost never buy a brand new domain anymore for a money website. There's almost no reason to at this point. If I wanted to find a branded website, I have plenty of well-branded domains that have names that I could use for my own brand. If I wanted to do a lead gen website for roofing, I can search for all the websites that have the word roofing in it. And I can really quickly just go through, maybe sort them by trust flow, and just grab one, dockwideroofing.com. Now, it may not have a ton of relevance, it may not be the best domain, but when you analyze these domains, the point is why would I buy a fresh domain? I can buy a domain with some branded links, some relevant links, some good stuff. I almost never buy brand new domains anymore having this resource available. The other option that you have is 301s. I use 301 redirects a lot more in my SEO than I used to because I have so many domains. I don't suggest using 301s all over. It can become very spammy. It's something that Google is kind of on top of now. But 301ing a website, for instance, building out a Web 2.0 website, and you could buy 3 of these domains really cheap, 10 bucks, 5 bucks each, and 301 it's your Web 2.0, and now you have a juiced up Web 2.0. The other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of these domains you can register for $5, $10, $15, but even the .coms, if you go to GoDaddy, they almost always have $1 .com domain registration specials running. So you can buy .coms for $1, $2. A lot of the times you can find coupons for Namecheap and get your domains for $5, $6. There's a lot of ways to register domains very cheap. And when you have such a large amount of domains like this at your disposal, you're going to realize what type of asset this really is to your business. Now, another little tidbit that I want to get into, and it's something that's not really talked about much, but it's something that I've been utilizing a lot more now that I have all these expired domains, and that's hosting. A lot of people build out their private blog network and they spend a lot of money on hosting and they get caught up in the technical aspects, and it can be very costly hosting your private blog network. But a strategy that a lot of people, actually no one I've really seen mention, is the fact that you can use these domains on other websites as your domain URL. For instance, if you go to WordPress.com and you create a WordPress website, they give you the option to register the domain name of your WordPress if it's available. So all you have to do is go to a website like WordPress.com, Blogger.com. I know there's a ton of different Web 2.0 sites out there that allow you to do this. I've done it with a few myself, and you can just sign up for an account, create a blog, and they will ask you if you would like to use a custom domain name. For WordPress.com, I believe it's $18 for the year, and that comes with the registered domain name, and then you get the hosting on the blog. Comes with the free WordPress hosting if you choose for free, and then you can set up your website, put up links, and do everything on there, and it only costs you $18 for the entire year, including the hosting and the domain name. And like I said, you can do this with a bunch of different type of Web 2.0 properties out there. And this is something I've kind of kept to myself for a while now, but I really wanted to put it out there because it's one of the biggest benefits at just having all these expired domains at your disposal. You could throw up a bunch of these on WordPress, Blogger, all these different websites and have them all year long with just spending 20 bucks, 10 bucks, 15 bucks, $30. I think some of them cost like 40 bucks, but still you get the point. This is an extremely powerful method, I'm telling you right here. Now, one more method that I want to bring up, because this has allowed me to boost my private blog network quite a bit, and that's why I mentioned before the 301 scenario. Since you can purchase these domains so cheaply and get them up so easily and quickly, this gives you the perfect opportunity to build out private networks to boost your private blog network that links directly to your money site. I could buy 3 of these domains right now for $15, throw them on hosting, reanimate the sites, and point 3 backlinks to my PBN website for $15 and like an hour worth of work or something like that. It's very, very simple to do that. With that said too, I could always register a relevant domain that has a backlink profile that I like that would fit to my private blog network. And instead of building anything on the domain, I can just 301 that expired domain to my private blog network domain. So the possibilities here are kind of endless. They just keep going and going and going, because the fact is there's so much more opportunity out there when you just have a list of expired domains. If you know how to scrape domains without Domain Reanimator and that worked for you, here's the thing you have to ask yourself, because I used to scrape domains using Scrapebox and 4 or 5 different softwares and proxies and all this stuff, and at the end of the day, the question that it came down was, is my time more valuable to me, or is my money more valuable to me? And in all honesty, my time is the most important thing to me. It's the thing I value most out of my business is my time. And having Domain Reanimator with all these scraping options built into it make it very simple and easy to set up a campaign in a matter of seconds, come and find a domain and analyze it in a matter of seconds, and buy the domain and host it and set up the website in just a few clicks of a button. So now I want to get to the really good stuff, and this is something I've been using for over a year now, on and off, and I used it more early on to cover my costs completely. Now I kind of use it as a supplemental way of covering my costs. But I want to tell you how you can build your entire PBN essentially for free, and even run the Domain Reanimator software for free. So I'm going to jump over to the homepage of Domain Reanimator and go look at the pricing. I know they had some sales running. I'm not sure if they're still going. Okay, so it looks like they have some sales still running here. And it looks like, so it's $200. $195 a month for the one crawler, $295 a month for the two crawlers, $495 a month for the four crawlers. Honestly, as long as this sale is running, I would grab the $295 for the two crawlers, because it's the same price as the starter regular price. And having the two crawlers allows you to run 2 crawl campaigns at once, which not only increases the chances of finding better domains, because you're obviously using more resources, but allows you to kind of run 2 different types of crawls. I know immediately right off the bat people are going to think $300 a month just for the software is a lot of money. So how do you utilize the software to build your PBN for free is the question. Now the problem with most people when they talk about building your PBN for free is they talk about recouping the cost of the PBN. And most commonly, I will hear people talk about, oh, well, you have Domain Reanimator now, you should just sell expired domains, become a domain vendor, or rent private blog network links on your PBNs for a monthly fee, and you can use that to cover your cost. The issue is when you do that, you are grouping yourself in an industry of everyone else who is trying to sell expired domains and rent PBN links. And the fact is, PBNs are very, very popular now. Selling private blog network domains is a huge industry, especially with softwares like Domain Reanimator coming to the market, because now anyone can just come along and start scraping domains, analyze them, and sell them to someone for $20, $50, $100 each. The thing is when you compete with that market, you're essentially just starting another business. So you have to start a domain selling business to cover your SEO PBN costs, so then you can build and run your SEO business. I hope you kind of see the problem with that and the difficulties, because I've tried to rent links before and I've had to post things all over and really try and sell people, and you get people that come and buy a few domains and or rent a few links and then they cancel, and it's just constantly a hustle to get the money coming in to cover your cost. So you need to change the mindset. The goal is not to start another business. The goal is not to make money. The goal is to just cover your cost and build your PBN for free. So let's take a look at the numbers. If you buy Reanimator, that's $300 a month. Let's just say for the two crawler, or if the special has ended, that means you're paying around $300 a month for the one crawler. Okay, so if you register 20 domains a month, that's 5 a week. I mean, you can do much, much more with the resources with Domain Reanimator. But let's say on average that'd be about $10 a domain. And like I said before, you can get these domains a lot cheaper with GoDaddy coupons and Namecheap coupons and specials that are running. They go much, much, much cheaper. So right now, your total monthly cost is about $500. So for $500, you're building a 20-site private blog network every single month. Now, if you wanted to sell domains to people or rent links, then you would need to probably create some kind of pitch, sales page. You're going to need to stand out among the crowd in order to produce revenue that way. So instead of selling monthly links, instead of selling private blog network domains, what you need to do is sell links, one-time payment, $25. That's it. And a lot of people might think, okay, well, how's that any different than renting links or selling domains? You're still, doing another service. Let me explain to you exactly how you're separating yourself from everything else that's going on when you are selling homepage private blog network links for the life of the domain for only $25. And honestly, I sell these for $40, $50 each usually. I've sold some for $75. So I even make some money sometimes. But like I said, the goal is to just recoup your cost. And that's why I say $25, because when you think about it, and this is coming from me, I own a client SEO business. As an owner of a client SEO business, for me to be able to pay someone $25 to have a lifetime homepage private blog network link, it completely changes the outlook on renting links versus building my private blog network. For instance, if I rent 5 links and I'm renting them for $10 a link from someone, that means it's costing me $50 a month. In month 2, if I rent 5 more links, that means in month 2 I'm spending another $50, but I still have the $50 from the month before. So now my monthly cost is $100 a month. So every single time I'm building a link that I'm renting or purchasing from somewhere, and the reason why I say renting is because when you have higher quality private blog network domains like the ones I was just showing you in Domain Reanimator, people charge monthly. But every single time I build a new link with a monthly rental, it's coming straight out of my ROI. If I'm getting paid $2,000 a month from a client, or if I'm making $2,000 a month, whatever the case may be, every single month my ROI goes to $1,950, $1,900, $1,850, $1,800, $1,750. So I hope you kind of see the issue with renting links and why that mindset of trying to recoup your cost is so difficult. But selling one-time links now, think about what this does in the purchasing mind of a prospective buyer for your links. If you have a client, if they have a client that spends $2,000 a month and you're charging $25 per link, okay? That means if I were to build 10 PBN links to my client's website this month, it would cost me $250. So that means I would get an ROI of $1,750. Okay? Now, the next month, I can build another 10 links for the same exact thing. And it would cost me only $250. And then I can still keep that ROI in month 2. And I can do this with your links over and over and over again. And every single month, I keep my ROI, but now you see I have 60 private blog network backlinks for my client. So as opposed to selling your monthly rented links, which not only puts you in an industry and makes it very difficult to sell, you can sell the one-time links and literally find buyers so easy. So easy. You don't need to even sell this. The way I've been doing this by selling these links is just going into Skype groups, going into Facebook groups. Actually, the very first few I did, I didn't even put them public. I literally private messaged someone and just said, "Hey, I just built a 10-site PBN for one of my clients. I'm looking to recoup some of the costs. Would you like to buy any permanent homepage links from me for $25? These are high quality sites that are active that I'm currently using my SEO, so they will definitely be around for a while." And that was it. And they just came right back and said, "Yeah, sure, let me get the list. Let me see." Because it's a no-brainer, to be honest with you. I have Domain Reanimator and I still buy one-off payment links sometimes from people who are, I don't know if they're doing the same thing I'm doing for the same reasons, but I still do it sometimes. And the reason is because it's just too easy. I don't reduce my ROI every month, and I continue to build links every month. I don't have to buy the PBNs. I don't have to analyze any domains. I don't have to set up any PBN domains. I don't have to take any cost. I don't have to watch the hosting. I don't have to do anything. I give them 25 bucks. I get a link. I keep my ROI and everything's great. So I know I've talked about this for a little bit now, but I really wanted to stress this strategy because when you do this, you can get Domain Reanimator and all these domains for free. And when you think about it, if you were to say do 30 websites a month, 40 websites, now you're spending, $750, but you're making 1,000. And again, it's not even about the profit. Any money that I usually make off of renting links, I'll reinvest into building more private blog network websites, because the goal is to continue to grow my network and gain that asset in my business. And when you have that huge asset, it opens all types of opportunities for you. And that's why I highly, highly suggest Domain Reanimator. Like I said, I don't know how long the special is going to be running. I've seen it kind of come and go a few times over the past month or so. So it might be here, it might not. If the sale is still running, I would suggest going to the link below, checking it out, and getting the 2-crawler plan. So with all that said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I really wasn't just trying to pitch you on Domain Reanimator. I think this software is great. I think it is a must-have, personally, for any person who is really serious about doing search engine optimization. Not only that, with the strategies that I've told you, not only can you build your private blog network very cheap, host it for free, but you can even see how you can recoup a lot of those costs and even get the software costs covered 100%. I've been using this method for a while now. I've been using Domain Reanimator since it was originally launched. I cannot suggest this software enough. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the SERP Focus group. Again, thanks for watching. Be sure to grab your copy of Domain Reanimator and let me know in the group if you have any questions.